Hey, Christina Kaye here from WriteYourBestBook.com. And in this episode, we're going to talk about adding that great twist, surprise reveal at the end of your novel. If you're writing suspense, thriller, maybe mystery, any genre like that, that sort of is a prerequisite to have a twist these days. But before we dive into it, I want to tell you just a couple quick things, so bear with me. First, I don't know if you've seen the link in our page description and our channel description or not, but we almost are out of time. In just a couple of weeks, we're going to close the Book Boss Author Resource Vault. It has been selling like hotcakes, but I want you guys to get your vault opened now before it closes, and I lock it up for God knows how long. In the Book Boss Author Resource Vault, there are 22 resources, including templates, guidebooks, sketchbooks, and each one of those templates, and they walk you through how to write a novel from beginning to end, all the way through, even self-publishing and marketing. Not kidding. And each template, tutorial, booklet, etc. has a video tutorial that goes with it to show you how you can use it, how you can implement it in your novel as you're writing. That's the Book Boss Author Resource Vault. The link is in the description for this video, and it's on our channel description. So go unlock the vault now while you still can. Also, we are trying to grow our Facebook group. We want to purposefully keep it kind of small, but if you would head on over to Facebook and check out the Book Boss Academy and join it, that is a place where authors can post any question that they have about their writing struggles, their journey, anything that they're needing help with, and get advice from experts, pros, seasoned veterans, etc. So that's the Book Boss Academy. All right, so let's dive into our discussion for today, which is plot twists. So bear with me, I've got some notes here because there's so much involved in this. I'm gonna have to look at my screen a little bit every now and then, but just bear with me. So let me ask you this. Have you ever heard someone say, wow, that was such a great novel. It was so predictable. No one's ever said that. No one ever will say that. But how many times have you heard someone say, wow, oh my gosh, I didn't see that plot twist coming. That really got me. Awesome book. So if you're writing in the genre of suspense, thriller, maybe mystery, you're gonna wanna think about adding a plot twist at the end. So what exactly is a plot twist? Just let's get down to basics. It's a device used by authors wherein they have hidden very relevant information from the readers from the beginning, and they don't reveal it till towards the middle to end of the novel. They've misled and misdirected the reader the entire time, and in the perfect plot twist, the readers never saw it coming. It's becoming increasingly popular lately, ever since like Gone Girl and Girl on the Train, or even before those, but especially since those books, it has been increasingly popular to include not just one, but maybe even two plot twists near the end of the story. As Sophie Hannah said in her Crime Reads essay, it's an essay that I found online, and it was worded perfectly, so I had to quote her, an effective twist overturns or negates an already drawn conclusion or a firmly entrenched and reasonable assumption. A twist is more than a surprise ending. Very well said, Sophie. All right. So there are different types of twists. Let's go over them briefly. First is someone good turns out to be bad. So that's pretty common. You see it happen when someone that you assume is a good character. Now let's take a quick moment and say not all characters, if written properly, are all good or all bad, but you know what I mean. Ones that we consider inherently better and good people. Then you find out in the twist that they're actually behind it all, or they're the bad guy, or they've done something horrible. That's one type of twist. Another type is two characters wind up being the same person. This can come off kind of gimmicky though, and contrived if not done properly. But if done properly, like think about Fight Club by, I have to look at his name, Chuck whatever, I'm not going to pronounce his name. Chuck P. wrote The Fight Club. You've seen the movie probably more than read the book. And The Wife Between Us by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Buchanan, I think is how you pronounce her name. The Wife Between Us is a great read for plot twists. If you haven't read it yet, you must. But basically, in this type of plot, the reader believes that they're reading about one character the whole time. I'm sorry, two different characters the whole time, and then you find out it's actually just one that's been the same person the whole time. So that's another plot twist type. Another one is we think the conflict is resolved, but it's not. So in this type of plot twist, the reader has been led to believe that the main conflict of the story has been resolved and all's well with the world, only to find out that suddenly there's a bigger, badder danger in store lurking around the corner for the protagonist. I personally feel like this works good as a second plot twist because you're not going to see that coming. And after the first twist, you think everything bad that's going to happen has happened, and then you've got to breathe a sigh of relief, and then boom, hit them again. Very effective. Another one is character isn't who they seem to be. So maybe they're posing as someone else, or they're hiding something that would implicate them in the investigation of the crime that you're writing about. This is a more common, fun type of twist, as the character turns out to have been hiding in plain sight the entire time. This would happen in The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, and Before I Go to Sleep, great book. Both of them are great books by S.J. Watson. Finally, the other plot type is someone we think is dead is actually alive. So it works exactly the way it sounds. The author reveals near the end that someone the readers have presumed has been alive the whole time has been dead, is really alive, and has been the whole time. Sorry, mixed that up. Okay, of course, I didn't even write this down, but one of the best examples of that is the movie The Sixth Sense. We thought what's his name was alive, and then find out he's been dead the whole time. Sorry, spoiler alert, but it's been 15 years, folks. 20. And then also another one for that's good is The Woman in the Window by Gail Honeyman. I read that book last year, and it's not the absolute best book ever written, I don't think, in the genre, but it does effectively pull off that type of twist. So if you want an example, it's definitely worth reading. All right, so why are plot twists important? They keep the reader engaged. If you use a plot twist around the middle to end of your novel, into the second act, early in the third act, you'll grip the reader's attention, and they will now be on pins and needles, paying attention to every word that you write moving forward. If you place your plot twist near the end instead of middle to end, it serves to lead the reader to a long-lasting impression of your novel as being unique and compelling. So those are your two options. You can do it middle-ish of the book or at the very end. There are a few tricks before we close for writing a proper twist. Okay, first, try killing off a seemingly important character early on, and then reveal the true protagonist. This was in Game of Thrones, or Song of Fire and Ice. I don't want to say anything in case you haven't read them yet, but it happens. All right, the other is use a second surprise reveal after the first plot twist that comes as a consequence of the first. Also, hide the twist in the subplot of a secondary character. Readers will typically not suspect these secondary characters as being involved in whatever's going on. That's another effective way to do it. Also, you want to show, but don't tell. I know we've heard that so much, but it applies here too. Show us, don't tell us about the twist. In other words, make sure the protagonist discovers it in a natural way, and we find out about it in a natural way, not by just having it told to us in the narrative. Use inner dialogue, use external dialogue, whatever you need to do, but just make sure you don't just come around and say, hey, here's the plot twist. And finally, use subtle foreshadowing early on in the book so that the twist is earned and doesn't seem contrived and unrealistic. So basically, this can be done if you use a prologue to affect the foreshadowing, or even just any other part of the early part of your book affect the foreshadowing. Readers aren't even going to realize that they're reading foreshadowing if done properly. But after you find out about the twist, they're like, they were telling me this all along and I didn't even notice. So whatever plot twist type you choose, And no matter how you choose to implement it, a plot twist is absolutely crucial to a suspense novel, a thriller novel, etc. Readers nowadays expect that twist to be there, and if you leave it out or don't even attempt a pretty decent, unique, shocking reveal, you're going to leave the reader disappointed and frustrated, which is the last thing you want to do. So if you like what we're doing here at Write Your Best Book and on the YouTube channel, which I know is new, we're still growing, hit that subscribe button, support us. I'll keep putting out a video at least once a week, if not more often, and I will continue to provide you with the best advice I have available to me at the time. Hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment. Tell you what, if you leave me a comment and you ask me a question, I get notifications of comments every single time I get one. And if it's a great question, maybe even if it's just an okay question, I will record a video and post it on YouTube, give you a shout out, and answer your question. How's that sound? Sounds good, doesn't it? So hit the subscribe button, leave us a comment, and stay tuned because we'll see you soon and we'll discuss another amazing writing topic that's helpful and useful to put into practice with your writing. Talk soon, and in the meantime, go write your best book.